And fear is the control mechanism of the devil in this story of humanity. Fear is it. People, even who are Christian, professing Christians, they're afraid of the devil. Why? Where's your faith? You were promised you'd have dominion. Where's your faith? Do you not know that God has more power? But the thing is, many don't know God has more power. And the reason they don't know is because they are trying to do it from the persona, from the analyzer, from the fallen nature. The fallen character inside the technology of what they are trying to do it from there. And so they shout and scream and plead at God to do something, but this doesn't command the energy of God. When that shouter and screamer, which is the controller, trying to even control the power of God that's coming through you, is absent, is silent, there you have the capacity, the cells of the body, the heart of the body, the mind of the body. It is free for the spirit to light up through it and purify around it. You see, the light must fight for you. Spirit must fight for you. And metaphorically, it's like this. You have a wall of these lower vibratory frequencies in front of you. These entities that want to latch onto you and take your energy. You cannot do anything about them. But if you kneel down, God can pass over the top of you and take care of it. And when you kneel down, you humble yourself and you acknowledge that this voice in your head that is sitting in the throne where God should be, this voice that wants to control God's will, that wants to control God's love, that it can't do it. When it is subdued, when it is silenced, there, and only there, does the power of the Spirit move through us. There does the power of the Spirit have capacity to move in the opening that you can be for it in this dimension. You see, a human being, when they elevate their frequency in surrender, in righteousness, in living purely or in a holy way, as Jesus said, when they elevate their frequency, they have dominion over the dimensions beneath which they are reaching. When the human is moving from the 3D and they try to overcome the spiritual forces of the 4D in this world, and they don't do it by elevating beyond the 4D vibration and frequency. They can't do it. They are under the dominion. They are downstream of the power. But as Jesus said, when you're his disciple, you go upstream of the power. There you will have the ability to cast out your demons from yourself and those around you as well. This spiritual war is one of frequency, vibration. If you are chained to the world and chained to the bondages of sin, your frequency will be low. If you are repenting against it, your frequency will be elevating. But if you keep going back to it every day, your frequency will be low, and you will be of no concern to the devil and his ways. None. And you won't be attacked, you won't be opposed, you won't meet the devil on the road. But if you fast, the self who is sitting in the seat where God should be, it will be subdued, it will be silenced. And there your frequency will begin to elevate. And it's not that you are petitioning God. If you are Christian, you should know this. Fasting is not you petitioning God to move for you. Fasting is you aligning to what God's already done. In accordance with Christianity, everything was done on the cross. The healing was done, the abundance was done, the care was done, the overcoming of the enemy was done. It was all done on the cross. And so why would you need to plead with God? Everything was forgiven at that point. It was all done on the cross according to Christian teaching. Why would you need to plead with God for those things? It was already done. We have to align and receive what was done. We have to receive what was done. We have to receive what is already waiting for us. And we are getting in the way constantly. I have learned this lesson immensely so with my health. It was already done. My healing is accounted for. My capacity to drive out demons is accounted for. It's done. And if it's not happening, something is in the way. And it's not God. It's the enemy, usually moving in the persona. And when you get that out of the way, it is done. And you align to receive what was done for you. You don't fast to plead with God, to beg with God. It's not how it is. You fast to awaken what was done for you and what is done for you. You fast knowing that the only blockages you're facing to make the kingdom that God has asked you to bring your part of into this world happen. That when you fast, you take away the blockages to unbelief. And you move into that state of faith where the self-image is no longer arrogantly telling you that it can't be that way, and silencing the supernatural capacity of God. Fasting eliminates the blockages in you for the power to be received that was already done for you, that is waiting for you. You have the power of God in you, and your belief, your faith, it has manifestational influence over this 3D matrix that you're living in. Fasting breaks that down and awakens the vibrant connection with that gives you capacity, gives you new belief, new faith to live in the supernatural that God promised, to subdue the 5 senses, the flesh. Jesus wounded 5 times on the cross. To subdue it for a time and let the Spirit have its place. To silence the addictions, to silence the selfish ambition. To let the Spirit go in your life. I look forward to this fast. I fast frequently. But I look forward to seeing the difference of knowing that we are leading so many wonderful human beings with open hearts into this. And whether you see it immediately in your life or not, know that it will bring change to the world and to your life. For you are sowing the seeds of manifestation upstream of the catchment of the one who is battling your life. The fallen ones who are strangling humanity's freedom, controlling us at every step where they can, keeping us in the bondage to the world and world worship, keeping us in the bondage instead of retaining the precious life force we have to live out the destiny God has for us, to burn it up in temporary pleasure and selfish ambition. And in that separation of burning that up, they extract that energy from us. That's how I've come to see this. It's a time to stop giving them your energy and to close the doors where they were attaching to you and taking that energy from your life. So you can align and become a warrior of God. I'll leave it there. God bless, guys. Be well.